Let's save that for after. One, two, 1, 2.
Test.
Blue, blue, blue. Microphone
Yellow.
check 1, 2.
Yellow.
Blue, we checking it out. 1, 2, 1, 2. Blue, blue, blue.
Yellow. Test.
Yo, yo, yo. All right.
All right.
It sound low in your headphones?
Nah, I hear myself pretty good.
Okay.
You can always turn your own headphones on.
Oh.
Oh, you could?
Follow the cord back to your headphones.
Just follow your cord.
Oh, wow.
1, 2, 1, 2. Yo, yo, yo.
Test.
Testing 1, 2.
Test.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
dope.
All right. Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Nice. All right, man. I'm ready.
Can you see me?
All right. I see you.
All right.
Let me get this mic out the way a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, why don't we just get it all the way out the way?
There we go.
Don't need that shit. Now we talking.
Perfect. There we go.
Yeah, boy.
All right. Matt, give me a countdown. I'm ready when you are.
Oh, shit's naive.
40, 30.
Should have bought the laptop, kid.
Right.
So we could have seen the battle joint.
I have it here.
Okay, so we just look at it, whatever.
All right.
2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, May 2008, the 23rd.
2008.
Yo, I do this. I'm gonna let you.
every time.
I'm gonna let you do the intro, man. Because every time we start the show, I've already had some. I had a drink.
A little something.
And then I fuck up the intro all the time.
All right.
I'm tired of the
Let me
the
try
intro.
to do it like you.
Let me see you do the intro.
All right, I'm gonna do the France intro.
Mm.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mm.
welcome to Let's Talk Battle Rap. Today is May 23rd, 2018, and today we bring you a very special edition of Let's Talk Battle Rap.
Funny, man.
BattleRec.
I sound
the
like that? That's how I
Murda
sound?
Mook edition with your host Big France and your co-host me, Program V. And now, welcome to Let's Talk Battle Rap.
I think I sound a little like that. I don't sound that much like that.
Not
but-
the beginning part.
Yeah,
the beginning
The
part.
beginning
You know,
part was good. That had me laughing.
Then I turned it up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta act a little goofy.
So
I'm
we're,
just messing with you.
we're
bro.
gonna keep doing our series in the show. Everybody liked the first episode. Well, this is another episode, another edition of our BattleRec series where we pick a battle rapper.
Yep.
We go through their career.
Yep.
We go through their resume. We talk about the highs and the lows, the beginnings, their breakout moments, career moments where they had like downfalls or bounce backs, impactful moments of their career, and ultimately we give them a record at the end of it all.
Uh-huh.
So the rapper that we have selected for our second episode of the BattleRec series,
None other
than
Mr. August 18th himself,
the man, the myth, the legend.
Murda Mook.
And you know what? I think it's a great time to do a BattleRec on him because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about his resume.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of talk. There's
a lot of people
valid.
Yeah. And there's a lot of new fans that like they've watched it,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess they didn't understand the time
Exactly.
period of his battles and how it transitioned into why they were all so special.
Yep.
So we can go down the list, man, and I got nice little highlights of it
Let's
all.
do it, player.
We can talk about it.
Let's do it.
His first his first Smack battle, I should say. His first Smack DVD battle against Jay Mills. Man, what year was that? That was 2000 and
What was that, 5?
2005, I think.
I want to say. Can we
Want to fact check that?
oh,
You could fact check it while I.
You chop it up, I'll fact check it.
Mm-hmm. So, one Murda Mook battled Jay Mills. They battled out in Harlem, 125th, right outside. They had the whole little stands. There's about maybe 60 people in the crowd, which is a lot for a battle rap crowd at the time period. Because
How many people you said?
There's about 60 people there. It looks
60?
when you see the video. And you can stop, pause, and count it. You'll count about 50, 60. Maybe there's more behind them, too.
Yeah, because
there's a part of the camera angle where they turn it around.
Because Mickey Fax was like, it was 3 digits out there. I mean, I don't know if that's just revisionist history. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
but
yeah,
he was there.
maybe there's parts of the video that we can't see.
Uh-huh.
But behind the MCs, there was also a whole crowd of maybe like 20, 30 people. So, you know what? Give or take, I'm going to say 50 to 100, 60 to 100 people were there
Uh-huh.
outside in the streets just watching two guys
randomly.
spit.
Yep.
You know, and this happened 13 years ago, so this is like unheard of probably
Mhm.
at the time period. Like people would do it in certain street corners, but it wasn't orchestrated in this manner.
It was just it was just some random like. But this one actually was kind of put together because
Right.
you know, they always were talking about, you know, my man from over here is nice, my man from over here is nice, and you could tell it was also put together too because there was money on the line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and not just money on the line, but hey, I'm gonna bring him, you're gonna bring him. So they had a little bit of time to like kind of prepare for each other, but you could tell it was still so young and early that
From what I heard in like past interviews, I hear it always changes. I heard it had like 5 days, a week.
uh-huh.
Let's say anywhere from like 5 days to 2 weeks.
Yeah, it
prep.
definitely wasn't no 2 months, 3 months
Yeah,
prep.
it wasn't no like 2-3 months prep.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely less than 2 weeks prep. And when they battled, it was interesting because Mook said it in a couple interviews in the past. That was like the only battle he was ever kind of nervous in. And the rap crews, you know, you had MA. They were MA at the time, Money Ave, right?
Yep.
And Money Ave. They were still Dot Mob, but they also repped Money Ave a lot.
With Ron Browse.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then Most Hated, which was Jay Mills.
MH.
MH. And
2003, the battle took place.
Wow. So we were off
2000 by 2 years. Yeah,
couple years.
2003.
Wow.
Damn.
So
Right now, I'm looking at the complex top 25 battles of all time.
Wow.
And, you know, I mean, you know, who are they to say who's who and what's what? But,
so
you know.
let's talk a little bit just to make everybody perspective of what battle rap was like at the time period before we even dissect the resume.
Mm-hmm.
When you were battling a decade ago, there wasn't no real structure of like 3-round setup, 3-minute rounds. It was just kind of like you spit until you finished.
Yeah.
So guys was battling 5 rounds, 8 rounds,
10 rounds. Yeah.
You know, and the rounds weren't always long. It was always maybe a minute, 2 minutes, no more than 3 minutes. But they wanted to see who could keep rapping until it was over.
Mm-hmm.
And what made Murda Mook special is that he had hundreds of raps.
Endless rounds.
He had endless rounds ready at any given moment, any given time. And this is a period where we weren't so digitally inclined and YouTube didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube didn't exist. So, like, we're here watching these guys battle, and they're using rounds that they use every other day, every other different corner, because they could recycle their rounds and there wasn't no problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody knew unless unless you were there. You didn't know the rounds.
Right. So, and then when these battles were uploaded on YouTube a couple years later, when YouTube finally existed,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube couldn't hold more than about 10 minutes per content. So these rounds are always chopped up into like round 1, round 2, round 3.
round
Sometimes
3.
you have to fish for it because somebody will be lazy. Somebody will be lazy and upload 3 rounds and leave the last 2, or be like round 1, 3, 5. Where's 2 and 4?
Yeah, wasn't that just part of the charm, part of the thrill, just part of like just
Like
being an
searching for it?
early pioneer of like the early battle, you know, adapter on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because like back then we searched for it, man. If you were into the culture, you seeked it out. If you heard it was gonna be on this network or in Brooklyn, I don't know about you guys, but in Brooklyn we had BCAT, Brooklyn Community Access Television, and they used to have this television show, man. They used to have Flex in Brooklyn, which we always watched, which was like the ill Caribbean show. But then there was another show where dudes, it was out in Canarsie, where dudes would get it in and battle. They had a dude named Bananas. He was like one of the early, like he like before Fab, like he was the dude that was supposed to kind of like.
Did that take place in I think in like a sneaker store?
Yeah, like every week they would link up. Yeah,
I remember that. I remember
they had
that.
some ill dudes up in there, man. Like every week they would link up. It was a record store, and then they had like we got to try to get them cats up in here, man. Because especially for Brooklyn, man, because like, yo, there's a whole little B-Cat era that no one ever talks about. No one talks about it. Everyone talks about the Philly Cats. They talk about the smack joints. But let's not forget about the B-Cat battlers that were on. But they had a steady thing where it's like they had the go-to guys and all that. So back then, it's like you had to seek and find it. And whenever you found it, man, it's like you had to put your mans on.
You know what they used to do to like kind of blog in their time? Like if there was another DVD, they would like kind of promo their battle or like diss somebody or like or talk about them or spit a freestyle in another DVD.
Yeah.
So you have to cop one DVD
Well,
to see the
get
promo,
the other DVD,
and then get the other DVD to see the response, and then wait for like the battle to finally happen.
Oh, those were the days, man.
It was
Such a different time, man.
So the first Murda Mook battle against Jay Mills, his first battle on Smack DVD, because this was I think Jay Mills' second battle already. He had battled
he had
Castro.
Castro, outside of Daddy's House Studios.
Great look for him.
Yeah, got him up out of here.
He got a body and he looked untouchable, right?
Yeah.
So he's battling Mook. Mook goes first. You can see Mook's just a little timid in his first round. You can at the time period you probably can't tell, but now analyzing him more, you can tell.
It's a little greener.
He's a little nervous his first round.
A little shy, yeah.
And Mills looks comfortable.
Super. I mean, but you got to put it in perspective. At the time, didn't Mills have the song out? No, no, no. He had the song out.
At that time,
he was Jay Mills already.
Damn, what
Yes.
year did that song come
The
out?
song was out, and he was putting his reputation on the line
Mm.
in a battle for 5 stacks by the state building with a song on the radio.
Now I'm confused to the timeline. I don't know if he battled Enes before Mook or after Mook.
Good question. When did we could look it up. When did the first season of You Chop It Up? I'll look up the first season, brother.
So as well, going back to it, so this is like a big Harlem to Harlem battle. This is one of the first, I think, Harlem to Harlem battles that's on camera for us to really dissect. Because there's probably tons that we didn't get a chance to watch. There was T-Rex and Loaded Lux back in the day.
Yeah.
There was, Mook and Lux's battle prior. Casa was running around the streets. There was tons of guys. There's some guy from the Bronx named Streets.
Yeah.
They had shows.
Yeah.
Keep going, man. What's his name? Millennium Els.
You know Millennium L's battle K-Shine?
Yeah, and
you ever seen that battle?
I seen that battle. They both
Millennium L's was crazy.
They're both wearing long white tees, and it's crazy. I'm like, damn,
Shine was an animal then.
Somebody took the battle down. I can't find it to the life of me.
Come on,
I remember
man.
that battle. Yeah,
damn, Millennium L's is nasty, man. I don't know why
this
he
is when
didn't transition,
Nemesis
man. He
used
was
to battle
nasty.
too.
Yeah. Nemesis
So
was
there was
dope.
a lot of guys in Harlem. It was competitive.
Yeah, Harlem was the place to be, man. If you were that guy, man, or if you were trying to be one of those guys.
So Mook battles J
2002.
2002.
2002 Mills battled
Enes.
Yes,
so
sir.
you're right. Jay Mills was putting his rep on the line. And mind you, battle rap, this is a time in battle rap where your rep is on the line. So when you take a loss.
If you take a clear loss back then, you were done.
Yeah, your career,
like you had
your
to
career
chill.
was finished.
Yeah. Like unless you were Freeway and you had a camp that was that strong and your music was that powerful,
right?
Like you were not bouncing back. Like it didn't happen.
Absolutely
not if it was caught on camera.
Right.
You could have took the L behind the scenes,
right,
and then bounced back some way somehow. But like if you got bodied on cam, man, 9 times out of 10 that was the end of you.
And I want to emphasize too, like kind of some of the rules back then as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know now we have a lot of leeway with the stumbling and the choking because we're paying these guys. We want to see them perform. They put hours into this, endless weeks and months. So we kind of give them the leeway.
Let it rock.
But back then, when you're rapping, if you just kind of like, oh, your round was done.
If you go to your way to what? The dude
if you go
next
pass me the
on.
iPhone. Oh, your round is done.
Hold on, you said I twice? What? Over. I'm going. It's my turn.
Whoa.
Yo, you couldn't reach for water. There was no such thing as a water break back then.
Nope.
No water break back then.
Nope.
You had to go through your round straight through.
You know what? Now that we're talking about, like, let me play this clip of Murda Mook and Jay Mills.
Go for it, my brother.
Back if you like, cause through the grapevine Mills, I heard that's how you ask for the pipe. Don't get trapped in a hype, homeboy. You ain't real. I don't wanna hear no mess about how you spray still. Cause in the pen, I heard they told you to stay still. 20 niggas in the shower,
ready to Jay Mills.
He yap a good.
That was fire.
Yes, sir.
But you know what struck me more about that moment? How the crowd erupted, and that stopped Mook from completely rapping. Like his concentration was all the way gone. He goes, you know what, man? Hold on, I'm gonna end it right there.
He just kept a minute.
Like he knew he landed a strong haymaker. The crowd went crazy.
That was a low key choke.
Right?
That was a low key
That's a
choke.
jersey.
That was a jersey before jersey. That was a jersey before jersey.
I won't call it a choke, but what was interesting.
It was
like
an early round
it was,
ender.
Yeah, it was interesting how the crowd erupts.
Yeah,
and you couldn't fight through it back then yet.
Yeah,
you know, you didn't have the mindset of like getting through all those reactions.
Well, that's just like when Lux came back, you know, against Cal, and at that first round he gets that big crazy reaction, and for a second there, you know what I'm saying, he loses his train of thought. I think, you know, Mook knowing how big that moment it is and getting a nice reaction like that, woo, all of a sudden it's like, oh,
yeah,
man,
like
where the hell am I at?
they didn't necessarily grow up in the pausing of
Uh-huh.
reactions and waiting and their rounds being delayed. You know, they're in like
People would get mad if you cheered for too long back then.
facts.
Like, yo, what are you doing?
Clearly, from that battle, as I remember, J Mills was way more poised. Like he had a
Yeah.
lot of moments just like that where the crowd erupted. I'm gonna play a clip
Go for
where he
it.
just keeps going through it.
Mm-hmm.
Beat down. You quiet boy, you can't even tear beat down. You ain't gotta say I'm hot, so what? Fuck you. Nigga, I get respect from the rappers you look up to. Plus nobody love you. So even when I die, if you stand on my grave, I'ma still be above you. Half of me.
It's crazy. Like, woo, all in the
Keeps
crowd,
going.
and it just keeps going.
Keeps going.
And I remember he kept building it up.
Mm-hmm.
So then the crowd kept on with the crowd reaction.
Yeah.
And so like that just showed how poised he was, his experience. But Mook was just hungry. He's a competitor. He's not going to back down. And his early work, you can realize he was always strategic. He paced himself in his battles because
Sure
since he comes from the era of rap till you're done, he's gonna give you his lightest work early, knowing that you're gonna throw your heaviest work out early, trying to end them as quick as possible. But he's gonna sneak back up. He's gonna win those later rounds.
Let's go, brother. Let's go.
First round, I remember J Mills won the first clear. I remember the second was close, but I still had J Mills winning the second clear.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mook wins the third and fourth, like very easy to me as well.
See, for me, I had Mills winning this battle.
No, I have Mills winning this battle too.
Okay. All right.
But the fifth round, I feel like Mook's fifth round was really strong.
But Mills ended it.
And Mills
Mills
ended it.
He understood what it meant. Just from the Big in My Trouble or What, he already knew, like, yo, when I close this out, I have to close this out on such a high note. Especially because he went second also,
Yep.
right?
So
that's the advantage of going second.
Was like a cheat code back then.
What? Yo, all you had to do was say something hot at the end.
If you went second, all you gotta do is say a haymaker to throw the crowd off.
A haymaker at the end, you could have been asked the whole battle. A haymaker at the end, you could sneak away with it, man.
So like for me, always when I watched it when I was young,
yeah,
I left with the impression of Mills winning.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when I watch it now, content-wise, material-wise, I'm like, damn, Mook's material is probably just a little bit more ahead of his time for what it was, and I kind of like it a little better.
But the overall, though,
but the overall package,
yeah,
I give it a Mills.
And Mills was he was sneakier. You know what I'm saying? He was punchier. He was quick to the point. You know, he just had the flows in and out of it. Like,
you know what,
he was so smooth, man.
You know what Mook used to do really early in his career, and it's funny. A lot of his opponents kind of suffer this. Like, his opponents will be confident after being up 2 rounds on him,
and then he just wears you down.
And then he kind of like.
Yo, Mook comes out with like body blows.
Right.
And then you're like, yo, I can't breathe.
He has a strong third or
My
fourth.
ribs hurt.
He has a strong third or fourth, and then the guys are overly confident, and then they're rapping shorter rounds.
Yeah. And he just keeps building and building.
Mook notices like when they end like a minute or two prior, like if Mook is like, okay, he spent like 2.5 minutes here.
Yeah.
He spent 3 minutes here. Oh shit, he just spent 1 minute and 50 seconds. I'm about to
go 340 on him right now.
Yeah, it was interesting. He knew where to kind of like.
Absolutely.
It was reckless still.
But he was on it though. But he learned a lesson from this battle though, man.
He had to.
He learned a lesson from this battle.
I have him leaving as as a loss in this battle.
But overall though, he came out victorious because A, people knew his name now, and B, people were looking forward to seeing, well, who's the dude that went toe to toe that we didn't know? Who's the dude that we didn't know that went toe to toe with the champ? You know what I'm saying? He was DNA. J Mills was DNA before DNA.
You have a little.
You know what I'm saying?
You have a bit of age on me, right? So at the time period when this was happening, tell our listeners a bit of more of the hip hop side of things. Why these battlers were battling on DVDs to get noticed by labels.
All right. Well, back then, see now, you don't need anyone to get on. You can literally have a phone, rap into your phone, upload it onto iTunes, upload it onto SoundCloud, and you're a rapper. You know, get a Ferragamo belt, some big Balenciaga shoes, and you're a rapper. You know what I mean? Back then, you literally had to go through gatekeepers and like people who would verify you into this whole hip hop community. So to make a name for yourself, you literally had to go out and face other rappers and face guys in this battle rap competition to show people like, yo, lyrically, I'm ready to take on whoever. And not only that, this was a way for you to sharpen your skills as an overall rapper, because that means that you can go into any environment, whether they book you in a club in Baltimore, if you battled some dude in the back blocks of the projects already with hammers all around you, guys with all kinds of who knows what all around you, and you're able to withstand that, it made you be able to withstand the test that hip-hop was going to bring to you. So, battling brought you attention. It brought you notoriety. It brought you closer to these guys who were able to bring you in to the industry to help you get a record deal. It wasn't battling just to battle. You know what I'm saying? These guys were out there to showcase their talent and their skills and hopefully move on from battling. You know, but while they're there, they're going to be the best of what they can do. And back then, people weren't battling unless, like, money was being put down for the most part. You know what I mean?
They weren't necessarily getting paid, but there was money being bet.
There was money being bet.
Like, all the battles back then was money on the line.
Right. And you could imagine how hairy it can get being on the streets, you know what I'm saying, with no security, nothing, and you're putting money down, and it has to be a winner and a loser.
Since back then there was more of a rugged feel and less structure, I feel like it was almost easier to know off the. I never seen one of those battles really live. We you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like you can tell.
You mean just a random street battle?
Yeah. Like I never really seen one from that era,
right?
Live, really.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like just tell, like maybe off the body language of things, the setting and the environment, and how everybody is perceiving the bars. You can kind of almost feel who was the winner back then. Because there wasn't many battles that like they were judged 2006 and below that you disagree with. Like everything in Fight Club, they kind of got it right.
Yeah. The only one, yeah, that's true. Fight Club was all right. I mean,
I didn't like this. I didn't like 60 seconds because it limited everybody.
Short,
yeah, it's too short. But regardless, what I'm saying is like maybe there was a weird.
There was a vibe there, like, and back then it's like people knew, like when you left, you had a feeling of, and there was no video to go back to.
There was none of that.
That was the big thing.
Right.
There was no video, so it all went by the feeling in the atmosphere at that time.
There's no on cam.
There's no on cam. So it's like if you got more woos throughout the night, you won. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to come with it. So that was the big difference back then, man. People were rapping to get on. We also
didn't dissect so much content.
Yeah.
Crowd reactions damn near played the biggest factor.
Factor.
Yeah. So like you just said, somebody hearing more woo and cheers.
Must means you won.
Must mean you're winning, right?
Must mean but Mills was fire in that battle, man.
I just think about that all the time. Like, damn, I wish at the time period we could have seen more of like those settings.
Yeah.
But like a Mills and Lux at the time, a Mills and a Artie,
or T-Rex and Lux, right?
Or T-Rex. I would have loved to have seen T-Rex and Clips battle where Mook and Rex, Mook and Mills battle.
Oh, the State Building.
That like as an event. Like imagine that. Mook would have battled Mills and Rex would have battled Clips that same day, and then Clips comes up next. Cause
that would have been crazy.
That would have been fire.
That would have been. And fun fact back then, T-Rex was the dude, not Murda Mook. Murda Mook is young in his battling career by the time he's battling Jay Mills. Rex was the dude running around battling everybody and kind of put Mook on to like the whole battling scene. So, I mean, Rex is a little younger, but it's a little fun fact, man. He was out there tearing it up, man.
Let's swing on over to Mook's second battle. I want everybody to realize we're breaking down all these things so you can kind of understand how important these battles were at the time for the state of battle rap.
I mean, like, and how it helped build.
Even if the material
rap
to this day does not live up to what's being spit today, I can understand people like material wise.
Yeah,
I don't see it, but just there was an impact and value and it created history. And there's a lot of people that are 10, 20 years older than us.
Yeah.
And this is what they live off of when they think of battle rap. Or
Absolutely.
when they think of battle, they still revert to these days.
And kudos to Mook. This is why he tries to demand and why he demands the bag that he gets. There aren't that many people that could bring out that extra demographic to battle rap. Because I don't care who you are, whether you're Sue Surf, Aye Verb, Hollow the Dawn, you're all reaching the same people. One of you might have a few more fans than the other.
When 2009, the Verb, the Hitman, the Surf, when they were trying to, they used to look up to Mook and Lux.
All those guys are still reaching the same people.
Right.
But when you say Murda Mook is coming back out, you see people. It's like Night of the Living Bassheads, people start crawling out from underneath like the dirt. People coming out of their graves saying Murda Mook is back. I gotta see what's going on here. Well, who's he battling? I don't even care who he's battling. What's the pay-per-view? Yo, Mook is back. Like the dudes in the old heads in the barbershops are like doing backflips right now and then rubbing Ben Gay on their backs, man. Like it's crazy right now. Like he brings out that extra demographic, so he's got to command that little extra bag. Like
now that I mentioned Mook and Lux, let's segue over to Mook and Lux's battle. And interesting match, right? Because it went 8 rounds.
Yeah.
Mook and Lux are in the same part of the neighborhood. For some reason, Mook just did not get crowd reaction. So like when you watch this battle back in the day, like we talked about earlier, you're kind of like, is Mook getting killed here?
No, well, fun fact, that room was filled full of a bunch of Lux's homies. That's why, like, it seemed like Mook wasn't getting reaction. And that let me know that Mook was on fire. Because back then, there was none of this, yo, his bars was fire, son. I got to react. No, if you my man, you not reacting to any of his bars. Unless his bars are so damn crazy that, yo, dog, I can't help it.
I gotta
Come
give it
on,
up.
man. This was I couldn't keep it in. You know what I'm saying? Like involuntary.
Yo, let me play a Mook. This is him.
Go for it.
Let me
play a big block of it if you want. It's all good.
I got you right now. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen to this and to think this got no reaction.
Fucked up. Kid is immune to bull. The way werewolves, you be thinking the moon was full. Ain't nothing I see fucking with me. Owe me money, well, up in your seeds coming with me. And the crib got something to squeeze, tucked in my jeans, act up. It ain't nothing to be under some leaves. Look, he want to be a hero. For the bread and the cheese, we'll roast the beef, hit him with hot peppers, and slice his onion, so please don't let us. While y'all play catch up, I take 10 steps up. You taking 2, it don't add up, do it. You see the X cake up, take a bite, eat the rest later. I pedal more than BMX racers, chasers. The crack is hard to...
Oh, my God.
Bruh. He would, yo.
This is in 2004?
Probably, yeah, somewhere around there.
My God, like, you got to think we're rapping, I guess, 14 years ago. That was pretty good.
Crazy, man. Yo, it's
And
still fire right there.
It's still fire. It definitely
Like
lived the test of times.
Like
And
somebody could jump into like a round right now, right? Like let's say they wrote their round and then drop those bars in right there. It'll fit right in. You wouldn't even think twice. You'd be like, yo, that's fire.
Now, in the battle, what made it so controversial,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to play a real quick clip of Lux's first round. But see, Mook had long 8-minute rounds, all of them 2-3 minutes, right? And while he's battling, he's getting no reaction. Lux's rounds are significantly shorter, but the crowd is erupting to it.
It's his homies, man.
Give Lux respect. Hey, fuck youngin' on PCP. You was getting high with the Dell guy. He telling you the PC's free. What happened to that part there on the DVD? Hey, I couldn't believe I turned on the smack shit and seen his face. Like, God damn it, this nigga parents smacked some shit up on his face.
Like
That's the bar.
like that's the bar, and they're going crazy.
So look at that. So back there, Lux was the guy who wasn't as super lyrical, and people
Mook
was going
was the
crazy.
pen game crazy guy.
Mook was pen game crazy, and Lux is, you got some shit on your face, and they're like, woo! Like that's crazy, right? Meanwhile, Mook is scheming, going in and out of flows, and like,
right.
come on, man.
But see, Lux did dominate him in the first 2 rounds. He did. No.
Dominate.
We can admit in the building, he dominated him the first. I give Lux the first 2 rounds clear. He chokes towards the end. Towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
And Mook just goes on the tear when it's like 3 rounds straight.
Killing him.
The 3rd round was kind of close, but Mook edged it. The 4th and 5th round, Lux is just not rapping the same length, and that's what Mook keeps screaming out, yo, you know your man's not long-winded. He's not long-winded.
Yeah.
He can't rap with me. He can't rap with me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's my thing too, man.
And
it's like with more time and more material and more substance, you know what I'm saying? You're only giving Murda Mook like more time to just kill you, man. Like if you're not rapping the same amount of time, like you're not gonna win. Like it's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like
Did you call this battle for Mook?
of course. Yo,
Interesting.
whoever thinks Loaded Lux wins this battle, kill yourself. He ain't win this battle.
Listen, I have it 4-4. Personally, I do.
Bruh, Mook, I mean, I always look at it like this, right? If you got it like that, you got to break it down like it's boxing and keep on going round per round, punch by punch. If you're going to break it down like CompuBox, if you stopping, sputtering, choking, not rapping as long, not getting as lyrical, and the other guy's doing all of that and has no flaws to his rounds, he wins.
I think this is where.
And I thought his
I
lyricism
think
was
this
better.
is where the controversy in Mook's career comes in, right? Because everybody respects each impact,
Yeah,
but we have different decisions. Because you'll feel like Mook was the better MC that battle.
yeah.
I feel like Lux rocked the environment better. Like he adapted more to like his environment. He had the crowd erupt, and he got Mook out of his comfort zone. Like Mook got angry. Like against Mills, he got competitively angry, but this one you can tell he got physically angry because at one point at the end of Lux's round, they're like about to like fight. They clap in his face, and Mook's like, I don't like fighting.
Yeah.
He has to know like, yo, I'm here to battle. I'm here to rap.
Right.
I like that shit. All that extra shit. Fuck it.
It was
And,
fire,
and even
man.
though it was a room of Lux's crowd,
Yeah.
it's hard for me to be like, oh, it's a biased room. They're both from the same
Yo,
demographic.
but you
I
gotta
can't- I
remember,
can't use the word-
no. Mook is from downtown.
Okay.
Lux is from uptown.
Still Harlem, bro.
No,
I get
my
that.
dude.
I get. I
My
hear you.
dude. It's two different worlds. You feel me? It's
Alright.
two different worlds. Like, I don't know the Bronx, so I'm not gonna throw out Bronx blocks or whatever.
Right.
But it's like if some dude is coming from freaking Schenectady over here,
Okay,
and he's
so-
going all the
I'm-
way
I'm a-
to
I'm-
Hagerman over
I'm
here.
gonna flip it on you.
That ain't happening,
I'm
bro.
gonna flip it on you.
What's
Do you think the consensus is Mook won? The consensus is for
No,
Mook.
because there's always gonna be,
Oh.
it's however you feel, and there's always gonna be people who want to be, no, I just think Lux won. Like, but if you break it down and you're honest with yourself, Mook won.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you really are being real about it, you can say I like Lux stuff more. But if you're gonna be objective and break down that battle, how battle should be broken down,
Do you remember
Mook
after?
won.
Do you remember after the battle? Apparently, there's like more rounds like outside.
yeah.
And
Then you have to go
then
seek and
eventually-
find them. Yeah,
eventually they
they
kinda got into,
made
like-
their way online.
Do you remember they eventually got into like a situation?
Yeah, with the
That's-
coat and
with the
all
coat
that.
and all that.
Yeah.
And like that's just lost now. So I can't even backtrack it to even tell the proper story without like
It was
what I'm saying, fucking it up. But like apparently,
I
like
mean, Mook told the story
they,
before.
They battled outside like a couple more rounds.
Yeah.
And then there was like what a fight, and they got like the
Nah, I
coat
think it was
robbed.
some other time, like Mook was somewhere near where Lux's boys was. They got it shaken. Mook went to take off his coat. Somebody snatched the coat. It's not like they
Man,
just ran up on him and
I'm
said,
gonna
"Yo,
leave
up
it
the
at that because I
coat."
would love to find
know
somewhere
what
to
I'm saying?
reference it. Like a lot of all these old blogs, they're not
Well,
around no more.
I
But
guess
we,
you know
we,
what?
we could look for
We're just
these.
giving you guys a little bit, a tidbit of
Right.
the histories and the backstories or whatever. So anything we're saying, it's not like if
Well,
we get it
definitely-
wrong,
yeah,
like
yeah.
it ain't out of no maliciousness or whatever. It's all love up
But
here.
look, if you
But that was
you-
the
you-
backstory, though.
you can
And then
give
the
it to
coat
Mook.
made its way back.
Listen,
And
alright,
the
going
coat
back
will
to
make
it.
its way back later on in the
you
episode.
can give it a Mook,
Yeah.
and although I have it tied, I'm understanding it did more for Lux at the time period. He got the better.
Yeah.
So for
yeah,
me,
yeah.
Mook kept battling, and remember, if you continuously battle multiple times on a smack, it wasn't a good look. That's
I don't know because like I felt like it helped
Remember, serious. I mean,
after a while. Yeah.
we're jumping to
All
battle.
right.
Yeah.
Let's get to the next one,
Let's get
man.
to the next one.
So,
before
all
we-
right, so-
we're gonna
so-
come back to that.
So right now I have Mook's battle at
1-1.
1-1.
I have him at 0-2.
You have all right. So you have him at 0-2. I have him at 1-1.
All right, man. So now his third battle was against Party Artie, and this was a definition of like sophomore versus vet at the time. Like you can tell who was rapping. He was a grown man who had presence, who had been in this, has years of experience.
Yeah.
Versus the hungry competitor trying to build his name and his reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And man, Mook was hungry in that battle, man. Rest in
w-
peace, Party Artie. God,
R.I.P. Party
it's
Artie.
what a shame that's his only battle.
Yeah, man. No, actually,
Here's another battle on like a stage. but
it
it's-
was like
it's
a stage in
but he
like like a was it like a community center or something like that?
But he recycled the rounds, right? He recycled the Mook
yeah,
rounds. So
I
like,
mean, he did.
yeah.
But that was the era, though.
no, yeah, I'm
you
not
know?
mad at it, but it's
That
just
was
like
the era, though.
I'm saying I wish there was more battles.
Yeah,
with
I wish there was
different
more of
content,
what he
you
was
feel me?
doing. And just to give you guys a backstory on Party Artie, aka P80, he was actually down with the legendary Big
Big
L,
L.
and he was on Big L's first album,
Fanboy.
Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous.
Mhm.
And he was also, I don't know if I want to say he was also a battle rapper, because I guess if you rap back then, you kind of battled by default just to get your name out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because it's not, but unlike some dudes like Supernatural who they're like just born to freestyle and battle
Can I-
all day long.
Can I?
Like Party Artie from the Bronx, Big L, Murda Mook
I
battle.
want to interrupt you.
Oh, my bad, brother. Go ahead.
Can I just get this out the way?
Get out the
Party
way,
Artie's
brother.
first round is one of the greatest rounds of battle rap ever.
Talk about it, brother. Talk
I'm
about
about
it.
to
Press play?
Yes, I'm about
All right,
to press
brother,
play.
press play.
Your bars is whack and your lingo. But I ain't puff, I don't dance to jingles. I pop your top like a can of Pringles. You don't really want the guard to lose it, cause I'm a nigga with the heart to do it. I'm in the kitchen like Martha Stewart. When I spark the Rugers, I can't lose like Parker Lewis. When I was in Rikers, you was in diapers. I was in ciphers, rhyming with lifers. You was at home, trying to get tighter, rhyming off beat. I was popping off heat. Yeah, you repping your crew, stepping the who. I don't eat pussy, but I'll make an exception for you. Pussy, niggas know what the weapon to do. You ain't nice cause you the best in your crew. Don't gas them. I tell Gatson, you beating me is like Eminem fucking with black chicks. It won't happen. Dude, you not a boss. I pop brews, I don't got a floss. I drop jewels like the Holocaust. I got tools like construction workers. And I want to see your boss cause I don't fuck with workers. To each his own, I keep the chrome to reach your dome. This nigga's so ugly, we should have battled on the speakerphone.
Damn, son.
You know what's crazy?
R.I.P.
As that being one of the greatest rounds, is only 1 minute and 6 seconds.
Man, there were no rules back then. You could have a 1 minute, 6 second round, one round, and you could have an 8-minute round the next round.
So now
You can have a 3-minute round
you
the
see
next
how
round.
he rapped through completely all the crowd
all
reactions?
that.
And the cadence never even left? Oh, man, that shit
Well,
was
like
great.
he said, it's another thing with experience. If you're battling people in jail, right, you're battling through some of the harshest conditions. And you got to be able to get your point across without getting distracted. Otherwise, you already lost. Imagine stumbling while battling in jail. Like, there's no, yo, let me get that back. Dude, it's a rap. So, you know what I'm saying? So, all of the woos and all the ayes, like, that ain't
damn,
going
that
to
shit was
stop them,
ill.
kid.
That shit
Yo,
was so
by
ill.
the way, those ad-libs are coming back on August 18th.
Yo,
There's going to be a lot of old heads going, aye! You going to hear a whole lot
Yo,
of that, bro.
the only
That
thing,
was a fire round, though.
the only thing I felt about this battle was that a lot of Party Artie's rounds for the rest of the battle were kind of that length as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Mook did the pacing
Yeah,
strategy.
yeah.
And I want to play the ending of Mook's.
Mm-hmm.
Which was interesting too. Like halfway point of the battle, they had to switch locations.
Yeah, police
then-
was
and then
coming. They had to
the
get
other
them out
half-
of there.
The first half of the battle was in daytime. The other half's at night. So they
In
were
the projects.
serious. They were serious.
Yeah, that battle had to end.
Right. So Mook had one of the strongest ends of his career up to date, and he's already been losing battles by strong endings.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really I think a changing moment of his young battle career when he finally had a battle where he had a haymaker strong finish where the crowd left erupting. So like, and you leave with the last moment of
That's
a battle,
right.
especially that time period. So everybody's probably like, wow, Mook got him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
This shit is too easy. You see me about to run on you? Pot? No. Big L? No. Big? No. I'ma go pun on you. Come out your mizzle, the pistol hit you, then rip your tissue. Send you to some hospital with people.
Yeah, everybody.
He didn't
Yo.
stop. He didn't stop.
He learned that lesson. Get him out of here.
Because when Party already stopped short in the last like 4th and the 5th round, Mook was like, I got him! I got him! Watch this! You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was like, oh,
Mook was juiced up, son.
Right.
He was juiced up.
Right.
But you see, that's an example of how the flow can get you. Because people already know what the setup's coming like. They're like, oh, I think he's going to say dead in the middle or whatever. Then he just comes with the flow. Once he lands the flow, cheat code, crowd goes crazy.
right
you know what I
after
mean?
he battled Party Artie, he dropped they came with him with the camera, and there's a blog that dropped or part of the DVD where Murda Mook calls out Cassidy.
By the way, before we go there, who'd you have winning?
I had Mook actually winning that battle.
Ooh.
I have that as his first win that changed everything. I think that's an unpopular opinion, though. I feel like a lot of people, out of just the respect for P.A., they give it to him, and they really just
You think it's strictly out of respect?
not strictly out of respect, but like,
You don't think it's? You think it's a
Like they feel him more,
clear
like they
win
feel-
for Murda Mook?
nah, I think it's still debatable. All his battles are debatable. That's another thing. He taught us very, very early. Good debatable battles, replay value.
People
You
always
enjoy
go
that.
back to.
You go back to it.
I think at that time, the sentiment was that Partiardi won that. Because I think he was the first rough, aggressive dude on that smack camera like that. Talking that jail shit, talking that extra, you know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine a Prime Big K versus a Partiardi?
Oh, man, it would be crazy, man.
Crazy.
Because you got to think about it, right? Before that, you had Mills, you had Mook, you had Castro, all, younger guys. And it's not like Partiardi was an old dude then. He was probably 26 when that battle happened, right?
Right.
Mook was probably 20 or something like that. So already at 26 or whatever, Partiardi's like an old dude coming back to battle like a young cat. And I don't think people really seen that side yet on that smack camera. So I think it really like opened up a lot of eyes and gave him the victory to a lot of folks. And he was coming with some fire in that battle.
We could definitely agree at the end of the day, even if you have Mook losing, he started to grow.
Yeah.
Like he started to change. He started to find a little bit more structure,
Yeah.
more confidence.
Absolutely.
And you can definitely see, like, from Partiardi.
No back down from him. No back down.
Interesting how he battles Mills, his peer, and looked a little more nervous. Battles Partiardi, a vet. And
Well,
looked
that's because,
confident.
like I said, from experience, Mills was already a certified vet experience-wise. He was that dude. Like,
But not like Artie. Not like Artie.
no, not like Artie,
But
because
just more experienced than Mook.
just way more experienced than Mook. Like, Mills was already like a hood celebrity from battling. Like, he was already like lit. If there was a lit back then, he would have been lit. Because like dudes were like targeting him to try to find him to take him out, and they couldn't do it. He was just terrorizing everybody. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those guys. So it's like for Mook to get him was a super big deal. That's why like the battle was already a big deal by the time they happened. Because not only that, but Mills also had his song out. You know what I'm saying? So Mook taking that L to Mills took some of that and said, you know what? No matter what happens, I need to look sharp. You know what I'm saying? And be on point at all times. And he took that to the Audi battle. You know what I'm saying? He took that.
I have him at this point 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
You have him what?
I mean, I
Same-
had
probably the
Audi
same?
winning that battle.
So you have him at 1 and 2.
I had Audi winning
Interesting.
that
We have him at the same record, but in different spots.
Yeah.
So again, this goes to show the debate in Mook. His next battle. Well, before we even get to the Serious Jones battle, briefly, like even though they're not on YouTube no more, you remember there was little battles in between it all, like his body against Regular Weeze. His body against Dice.
Yeah.
You know, his body against Cardi on Fight
Uh-huh.
Club. There was a clip of Murda Mook and Verse. Remember Verse? The
Yeah.
battle Jin?
Yeah.
There was a 1 minute clip of them on Fight Club.
Yeah.
And we never know who.
We don't know what the hell happened.
We'll never know
and
what
then,
happened.
the Joey Jihad battle.
Which I thought he lost personally because all 5 of those rounds. I understand recycling was happening, but all 5 of them, from my knowledge, were like the same from like the Mills battle,
Same thing.
and
Yeah.
it just kept switching around. I'm kind of like,
That was a mixture of 2 eras.
right.
If we really think
Honestly, the material you can whatever you want to say. Material was better than Joey's material.
about it. It didn't
But the-
matter.
but the
It's
energy
who
wasn't there.
executes that night
The,
and
ener-
whose
the energy
is-
wasn't there.
Absolutely, and that's the big thing with battles too, man. A lot of times it's what you bring to the battle that that allows you to win
It's
the
such a
battle.
shame we didn't see Mook against Prime Philly.
Mm,
Oh man, the Philly and Harlem rivalry is
Ooh,
incredible.
I mean, we got the NH and Rex joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those 2 gunners from their prime cats. Great
Yo,
battle. Oh my god.
The
but like,
visuals
we-
on that.
but
But
we-
we're going off topic right now. We
but-
gotta get back to
yeah,
Mook, man.
I just wanted to briefly talk about that before Serious Jones because
Yeah.
there was the Philly and Harlem,
Yes, sir.
rivalry.
Yes,
There was a
sir.
little bodies in between. They were just like highlight reels for
Yeah.
us to watch. So now he battled Serious Jones 2006.
Those guys were the Washington Generals he was playing up against.
He battled Serious Jones 2006 after Serious Jones comes off the body of all time at this moment against Jin.
MC
Jin was a Fight Club champ, a 106 and Park champ.
world champ.
World champ.
Worldwide champ.
Listen, one of the best freestylers, and he was Asian. And Serious Jones put the nail in the
They
coffin.
got 1 billion people in China. You
But-
can't go platinum over there.
But the argument was, Serious Jones, you were the king of Fight Club where it's 1 minute.
But what's
Wha-
up with this
What's
smack
up with,
joint?
What's up with the smack?
This
What's-
3 minutes. What's
Can
up?
you rap with us though?
Can you hang? Because that's the thing. It's like, him being on MTV and him doing all that, people start looking at Serious Jones
He
kind
was a
of.
ludicrous at the time.
Yeah, he was a luda. You know what I'm saying? He's people looking at him sideways, like, oh, you can't really get it in over here. You do the jokey stuff. You do the 1 minute stuff. You can't really MC like that.
Let me play this real quick so we can get a little feel.
Let's talk to.
Sports and went the college route. So where you get all these bricks and whips and clips that you rhyme about? Come on, dog, cut it out with these fictional tales about digital scales. See, that's how I know, deep down in your soul, this nigga is frail. And see, he lying because he don't know how to be himself in his raps. So he fabricate punchlines about gats and selling them packs. But see, I speak from the heart. That's why niggas feel this shit, because I keep it real. Nigga, you don't even keep it realistic. So tell the truth, dog, you ain't doing no crimes. Be you in your rhymes. So you's a homo rapper. You probably suck dick for studio time. Fuck out of here.
Dog. This was one of the first battles where like personals and freestyles was combined in that length, and it was so direct and tailored for like somebody, you know.
Yeah.
Like there were little battles where like they kind of like had little lines around it too for each other, but these were like handcrafted. Yo, these rounds are from Mook.
And not only that, Mook in particular took the time out to really like turn this up and turn performance up another level in that small room. And I think he was the first one to really start understanding like, yo, this camera that I'm on right now is a marketing machine. Like, there's people at home watching me.
He finally structured his rounds and he started
and
to master
waiting
the art
on my
of storytelling.
cues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he tapped into that. Like, yo, I can really tune into the people at home. And he really starts off by, you know, with the smack called me. I was getting some head, looking in the camera, knowing where to be. He mastered that, man. And he really made it like, it was almost like a 3D performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like he's catering just to you, the viewer at home. And that took him up to another level, you know what I'm saying, of being able to communicate with the fans like that.
Let me put this in.
Let's go to it, player.
Want to know? So here's how the story goes. Smack called me. I was getting some head. He said, "We got a victim, and it might involve you getting some bread." I said, "Word?" I jumped up. I pushed the bitch off the bed. I said, "Whenever, wherever, tell me who he's dead." You know Money that battled Jen up in the Fight Club? Then I thought of you. My face lit up like a light bulb. I ain't none of these cats you might have battled on stage that had chest colds and viruses. I'm full-blown AIDS.
Now, this is a very controversial battle online. You know, online in the community, in the culture, this is debated heavy. Let's be honest. 2006, Mook won, right? That's how we all felt.
Yeah.
Did it age the victory? Did the victory really age?
You want on a count of 3? You want to say who you think won, and I'm gonna say who I think won.
I don't know if I want to do that.
That's what we got to do,
man.
We
might walk off the set.
All right, man. Here we go. 1, 2,
3.
Mook.
Yeah. You beat me to it. I had Mook as well.
Yeah, man.
I still have him overall because of what it did at the moment. This is a time period where, if you win on cam, well, now you can win on cam, and the consensus completely can shift, and your stock can almost definitely shift from what happened at the moment. You couldn't do that in 2006.
No, and for me personally, I just thought Mook was just so well structured. Like, it was just, everything was just tailored. And here's the thing, when you freestyle, you get rewarded and then you get points taken away. For me, if you freestyle, just because you're making it up on the spot doesn't mean it's hot. And it doesn't mean I'm going to reward you just because you made it up.
I reward it heavy. I'm not going to lie.
No. If you just made it up and it's hot, oh my God, you might get extra points. You know what I'm saying? But if you just made it up and you're just connecting words that rhyme, you're wasting my time. Oh, that was a bar. You know what I'm saying? But you feel me? And it's like, as time goes on, and if you watch that battle over and over again, for me, I just found that I just stayed more engaged with Mook
I
the whole
watched
time.
the battle
You know what I'm saying?
2006. I know how I felt at the time period, and that hasn't changed, regardless if I realized on a technical standpoint. Yeah, Terry Jones was actually being a better battle rapper, if you want to get technical.
You thought Sirius was a better battle rapper in that battle?
I think so.
Why?
Rebuttals, mid-round rebuttals, personals, direct, no crowd reaction, not letting the crowd heckle him. He managed a lot of he did a lot of the things that you need to do on stage, in a sense, at the time period, because he's so used to battling in an environment where it's TV people. I have to perform for people. I have to make people laugh. I have to make people do this. While Mook had the rugged feel of like battling corner to corner, block to block with other people that were in his level of competition, but in a more gritty format. So I feel like,
But do you feel like that, coupled with his material, was enough to take out Mook's material and well-structured rounds?
Performance-wise, no.
And substance-wise, also from Serious Jones. Was his bars?
No, it's not. I don't. Material-wise, you could also argue that, but I'm looking at it on the technical side. Technical side of
he
battle
showed
rap.
more capabilities.
Like if DNA battle Rum Nitty, like, you know what I'm saying, not to like use that, but DNA can do more things than Rum Nitty. So if you value somebody doing having a whole like variety of things in the bag.
I hear what you're saying, and I'm usually with you. But my thing is
but I don't have him winning. That's
okay,
the thing.
all right.
No, I wanted that clear. I just think on the technical side he was better.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, I don't hear you, but I hear you.
Agree to disagree.
We agree to disagree on that one. And also that one was they were supposed to battle in one place. They couldn't make it happen, so they ended up at the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? That was what, damn near on Mook's block or whatever, something like that.
It was in Harlem.
Yeah. So everybody was there. It was pretty much for Mook. So. But overall, that was the infamous dot on your head, dot on your head, dot on your head. Like, he took performance to another level in that battle, man.
Mook took a break from battle rap. He retired. Remember, Serious Jones said in the battle, that's what I wanted to talk about. He said to Mook that it's the 6th time you've been out here, you still don't got a deal.
Yeah.
And it's almost as if it was
a bad thing.
It was a bad thing to battle that often.
Yes, sir.
Consistently put yourself out there in that method because labels wouldn't gravitate towards you. So it was almost like,
that was the era of like, oh shit, being a battle rapper is not cool. Like, because I can't. That means I'm not good enough to be a real rapper.
Right.
Like being in battle rap purgatory, it was purgatory almost. Like now we can celebrate guys who do nothing but battle. Right? Never go to a studio, never hit a stage. They just battle. People will adore them. Back then, if that's all you did and people knew you were trying to be a rapper, you do this long enough, people start to look at you like, son, you washed. All you do is this. Like, we ain't paying attention to that. You're not a real rapper. You a battle rapper. So props to Mook for sticking around long enough to actually make this like a legitimate thing where people big you up and look up to you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even have to be a real not a real rapper, but you don't even have to put out music now. You know what I mean? So change the game again, man.
Yeah. So he took a little break, hiatus. He was retiring, right? He kind of had the big victory of Serious Jones. Just like, I'm gonna end it there, And then 2008 comes, World Series of Hip Hop.
Yes, sir.
In conjunction, I guess, with Smack.
Yes, sir.
It was that Philly versus New York event. They try to get the heavy names. They realized, like, all right, we should get the heavy names to finally compete against each other because they did it at such a young age. We didn't record it. Now if we record it, it'll be so much bigger. They try to get Reed Dollars versus Mook.
Yeah.
They try to get Joey Jahab versus Loaded Lux. When Lux already called out Cicero Pryor.
Yo, Cicero, right? The choke king. Yo, that World Series of Hip Hop thing was crazy, man. I don't know if people really remember like the climate back then, but yo, when that shit got announced, that was World Star era. Battle rap was lit.
We were back
then. We were back, man.
Right.
We were back, and this is I guess essentially post DVD, right?
We're heading into YouTube now.
Yeah, we're heading into YouTube.
So going back to the storyline of things, Reed Dollars doesn't want to take the battle. None of the Philly guys want to take the battle.
What?
So Mook has finally kind of used the same strategy he did with Serious Jones. He combined everything he's learned where he's built a structured round, a personal, aggressive, and performed it. And with all angles. But you know what's really interesting about the Young Hot battles I think people don't realize?
Talk about it.
You know he has not one gun bar?
What?
Go back and hear it. He doesn't have...
Oh, yeah. I remember him breaking that down because he was saying that he got tired of just rapping about guns and wanted to show that he could pretty much just diversify his portfolio and just be more of a lyricist and not have to rely on guns when everybody else did. And I remember that, man. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty damn crazy, man.
He crept slow, poke his head up, I'm dead up. See me let go, curtain closed. No, won't be no next show. Less Biggie Smalls is a guest, then I guess so. I got some friends that keep a handful of blades. They had cut a nigga like they had a handful of spades. Who commit suicide. fire grenade, both your legs, drawing a solid wave, fucking crackhead with AIDS while she on the 5 days.
Not one gun bar.
Not one.
That was crazy to me just because, like, he also kind of took back what he learned from the Party Already battle, Serious Jones battle, to end it strong.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. Young Ha took the battle because everybody backed out, and there was a fee if you won, a fee if you lost. Young Ha said, "Hey, I'll take the loss for this money." So he stood up there, and he knew he wasn't gonna win. But
Crazy thing about that whole event is nobody got paid, bruh.
that's a whole nother story.
Damn, man. Yo, we need to do a special on the World Series of Hip Hop card.
Facts.
Gonna
Let
do
me-
a whole battle rec on that card alone
Listen
and
to
revisit that joint.
listen to
B.
this from the first round.
Let's go, baby.
What's up with this picture? Cause y'all like,
Turn it up a
we
little bit.
know Mook, but who the fuck is this nigga? I ain't even picked this fight either, if that's what you thinking. Truth about it is, this little nigga asked for this spanking. I was supposed to battle Tragedy for 100,000. He said no to 100 grand and couldn't sell 100 out. And couldn't sell 100 out. Next nigga they threw in my face was Reed Dollar. That was for 25 grand. I said, let's do it, no problem. Soon as it was time for him to sign that sheet, ask anybody in his city, they couldn't find him for a week. I was on every nigga line in Philly. His management, his mans and shit, EAs, Tech Nines, Gillies. When we finally got a hold of him through all the litigation, we want to know the verdict, shorty. You got niggas waiting. He said, my answer's no. I ain't scared. It's just I'm saying if I do take a
And like
L,
you're following
fuck
it.
up my situation. I got an independent deal, Mook. I'm trying to make a hit. I got an album coming. Click. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yo, you know what's ill about that?
What? What's up?
As it's going on, you're there, you're sitting there, and you're like, where's it going? And it's not like it's a crazy bar or,
Or a
flip
punchline.
or a
Right.
punchline. It's just a simple, I don't want to hear that shit. And you're just
Right.
like, that shit just hits. He
Right.
mastered the art of the storytelling and then just combining it with just like regular ass human emotions. You know what I'm saying?
That's why Mook would like to battle T-Top because he likes the style matchup.
Yeah,
feel
hello. That'd be a
So-
fire battle.
So that
That was a wash, man.
Yeah,
that was
that's-
a wash. That's a
that's a
wash.
win.
That's
3-0, right?
What? Did he win a coin toss? Then that's 4-0.
Now this is the part of his battle career that everybody is kind of familiar with. Yeah, Summer Madness 2, main event, Iron Solomon decided to do a 5-round battle,
Yes, sir.
you know, on one of the biggest legendary battle rap cards ever, but the battle took place at, like midnight? So a lot of factors of that battle was not going to relish in the moment. So we can't give it all the way to discredit neither. Yes, I get it. Maybe the material is not what you guys would want it, especially at that time period, but it did the job at what he was assigned to do. Before that, we've never seen Iron Solomon lose clearly.
At all. Well, and here's the other thing, too. The material and the substance is
Iron
actually...
Solomon was the favorite.
Yeah, which is... Yo,
We forget this, huh? Iron Solomon was the overwhelming
Kind
favorite.
of crazy, man. Like, when
Listen,
you think about it.
I took a clip, but not of the round itself, but the
Okay.
substance being spit afterwards. 'Cause
Yo, was this with the Busta Rhymes joint?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so check this out. This is exactly what I was getting to. The rounds when he spit it at the battle, granted, everyone's been there 12 hours already. Loaded Lux already just took the air out of the entire building. Diddy and everybody's tired. Everybody wants to go home. And Mook is trying to keep this capacity crowd who's dead ass tired in the building. And the material was so heavy that it was difficult to keep the attention of the crowd. Now, when he's spitting this shit for Busta Rhymes, and I don't remember who shot this, but whoever it was.
Let me save you.
Oh, save me. Am I slow walking him? I'm sorry,
I
man.
got you right now,
I'm sorry,
man.
bruh. I'm sorry. I'm walking too
Jesus
slow.
and Judas died, so in his 33rd year, Enos gets crucified. Sound cute, but you Jewish, right? So why would you try to insult our intelligence? Jews study the Torah. Jesus don't appear to the New Testament. See, you a fucking fraud. Matter of fact, Jews don't even believe Jesus is the Son of God. So here's a nigga that will go against his religion to win a battle. That's scary and that's fucking odd. But see, I know what happened. You figure since most of us believe in Jesus, you would use him to adapt to your demographic, but that was blasphemous. You gave every rabbi in this world your ass to kiss, and your family ain't recommending you, so they just as bad for this. I hope y'all all go to hell and have to walk around with gas shoes. You ain't got no fucking right to be exploiting Christ. You and your family moissanite. Y'all are some fake ass Jews. It was all nigga cheap.
Sheesh.
Damn, son.
Sheesh. Like, that shit was actually really fire, but it's just like, I enjoyed it
Yeah.
for what it was. You see Busta Rhymes going crazy, Beanie Siegel. You feel me? Like, these guys feel it on a different level than what you would for the stage performance, and especially at that time.
And
Maybe a couple hours early we get a different result.
Yeah.
Look, we can call it an ugly win if we want to. That battle has 2 million views.
A win is a win.
I think it has the most. I think funny enough, it has the most dislikes on Euro battle. So that also hits history there. I think the comments are disabled at one point, right?
Funny enough, wasn't it like the first URL battle in history to break the 1 hour mark?
That too.
You know what I mean? Yo, fun fact. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I watched that battle the first time thinking, yo, this shit is long. And then, like, I tried to go back to watch it a second time, and then, like, I watched it just to be like, okay, did I miss something? Or like, was I being too much?
Tough,
it was tough,
but
man.
I've
I don't think I made it through.
I've watched it a few times.
Uh-huh.
I was there, so like I definitely wanted to keep on
Trying to find yourself on camera.
Trying to. And shouts to Melodic, one of my best friends in front of the show.
Word. Friend to the show.
Iron Solomon's, I think, is in his top like 5 or top 3. He loves Iron Solomon. He's a big fan. And he just kept agitating me the whole week. Iron's gonna kill Mook. Iron's gonna kill Mook. And then after that, he didn't want to talk to me. And Iron Solomon sat down for 4 years.
4 years, but he's back like.
That's another story. He's back and he's doing great. Everybody's like, yo, we want this Iron Solomon. Whatever.
Word. But I mean, that was an ugly battle, man. I mean, you can't really.
Still a win.
You can't really go about it any other way. It's an ugly battle.
Listen, Mook cares about wins.
But he won, and he won 5-0. No matter and he took
worst,
5 rounds from the favorite.
At worst, 4-1 at worst.
It's 5-0 from the favorite.
But that's a 5-0 for me too.
5-0.
He's the first person to say he got 50'd. Did you say what's one of the worst losses in battle rap history?
Yeah, man.
Nah, it's probably worse than that.
No,
obviously.
I mean just you got Skittles
thrown
over you like
that magnitude of a battle.
That
probably
magnitude,
one of them.
it was a bad look.
We can check that again, but
it was a bad look for the night.
So now we get the argument. Everybody that came back, all the legends that battled on Summer Madness 2 battled a new era battler. Why hasn't Mook battled a new era battler? And Serious Jones battle Clips, same era, but I guess Clips is more active now than Jones, so whatever. Ness versus DNA, we're seeing how that turned out.
Yep.
Calico and Lux.
Yep.
Hitman and John, it's not really. It didn't fit the theme, but fire battle.
Yeah.
But Rex and Verb. So everybody's like, Mook battle Iron. Like, they're the same class. Like, they should have been battling somebody more modern. And that's why I kind of like Iron Solomon more than Mook down the line. Because Iron came back and his resume after he lost to Mook.
He's mixing it up with
he had heavy names on it. Well, Mook comes back and then his second battles with Loaded Lux as a rematch. And everybody's kind of upset. We're like, yeah, this is a fire rematch. But not yet. We want you to battle a Surf, a Verb.
But that's not his fault, though, man. It's like, okay. Mook, he's put in the work, and back then we failed to mention they weren't getting paid to be on the 3-3,
5-3,
5-3. So right now we have Mook's record at 5-3.
No, I'm gonna tell you how much time we have left.
Okay, cool. So back then guys weren't getting paid for battles. That's one thing that we failed to mention. Like, they were trying to get on, they were betting money, but no one was getting paid. So now that Mook is back, he's like, hey, this is my price and this is what I want. And his price is like damn near 10 times what the guys are getting normally. You know what I'm saying?
All right, but
so if Total Slaughter comes out and says, hey, we got a big ass check for you and Lux to battle, who is it for Mook to sit around and say, no, I want to battle someone from the new class? Like, no, he's going to take the battle. You know what I'm saying? And like Mook's been saying, he's been ready to take on guys. He's been signed contracts. He's been ready to take on Mook. He was ready to take on new guys. Matter of fact, URL wanted him to take out Iron Solomon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't up to, he didn't want to take out Iron Solomon. He wanted whoever. Like, they came to him and said, take him out. So
but let's keep in mind, though, Loaded Lux is coming off the Calico battle.
Yeah.
One of the greatest impactful battles of all time. And then he's coming off another one of the all-time great battles with Haladan. a heavyweight match that met the expectations and exceeded it.
Watch one of the greatest battles of all time.
One of the greatest battles of all time.
Yes, sir.
So
So he's
now-
coming off a scorching hot loaded Lux.
So
And
this loaded Lux, everybody's like, he's way more advanced than Mook. He's giving us everything that Mook has
Right.
given us. Replay value. We enjoy the battle. We want to watch
costumes,
it. I mean,
everything.
Loaded Lux and Calico is the second highest viewed battle on URL.
Right, right.
So, listen, Mook is yet again and a huge underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we even if the win is ugly, let's not take away how much of an underdog he was going into the match.
Nobody thought he was gonna win.
No,
Nobody thought he was gonna win.
not at all.
Hit us off.
This black power shit, but then every
He won
other
with this
word
bow.
is
He-
nigga coming out your lips.
Facts.
That's what he won
How
with.
is this? Common sense, that's preposterous. You are more hypocritical than a dying hippopotamus.
That's the line that won him the match. That's the line that won him the match.
I ain't gonna lie to you, fam. When I was watching that joint live, I was reacting. I was
Yo,
like,
this
fire.
part hit.
I was like,
This-
this
yo,
is fire.
the whole little stadium just it hit.
Yo, not for nothing. A lot of people didn't like the setting. I thought that setting was fire.
I ain't like it personally.
I thought it looked futuristic. I thought it looked crazy. I thought it was something different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you replay any of those battles?
I will. I'll go back to it. Yo, it looks
The concept.
crazy.
Listen, we could do a total slaughter episode one day. 'cause
We
the
have
concept,
to, yeah.
The concept was amazing. I just feel like the execution of it.
You know what? We need to do a Total Slaughter watch, like the episodes themselves.
Yeah. We,
yeah.
That's another thing we could do in the works.
We're gonna do it. Yeah.
But going back to it, look, another ugly 3-0.
But he
When
won.
you watch it back, maybe
He
it was a
won.
2-1, right? But man, did he win?
he won.
And unfortunately, Lux battle after that against Clips.
Yeah.
You would hope
that was
to
a good
look-
battle.
No, great battle.
Yeah.
3.5 million views, great battle.
Damn. Word.
Lux does his numbers.
3.5.
3.5. And loaded Lux and Clips kind of just showed Lux was vulnerable.
Yeah.
So at that moment, we're like, we see him finally lose, and now he doesn't look the same.
Mm-hmm.
He's still great.
But he still
And,
beat Clips.
lyrically, he's miles beyond
He beat
Murda
Clips.
Mook. Listen, lyrically, we know this.
Miles,
Look at the Funk Flex freestyles. That alone,
son,
lyrically, don't do this to me.
son. I'm not saying that. I'm not even gonna pick.
Well-
Mook is nice.
Okay.
Mook is nice.
Okay.
Do not sleep on his free. Matter of fact, if you want to talk about freestyles and actually the art of rapping and just rapping on the beats, okay, Mook was on fire doing his freestyles and rapping on the beats.
He was.
Lux was doing more of the battle rap cadence on the beats, which is kind of crazy. To take an
guess what?
acapella style,
Everybody was
put it
more-
on the beat and adapt to it.
We cannot lie which freestyle is better. We can't. Say
Okay, because you're making it sound like Mook's freestyles wasn't crazy.
No,
and if that's
no.
okay,
But the ranking alone, 2 and 18 shows a mile
listen,
gap.
that's
But
all
you know what?
Subjective. That's
All
all
right, all right,
subjective.
I'm gonna throw
Because
that
we could
ranking
do a
out.
whole episode on that.
I'm gonna throw the ranking out for sure.
Because
Cool,
we can
throw
do
it
a
out.
whole
But
episode
can we
on
agree
that.
it's better? That's it. Yes or no? We can agree it's better.
I think it's different forms of lyricism. I
That's
think
fair.
it's just
That-
like
that-
it's,
that is fair.
It's
I can
just
say-
like
I
the
can agree
guy
with
who
that.
can say Nas is infinitely better than Jay-Z.
But listen,
Because their ears are tuned to hear what Nas is saying, as opposed to picking up the
Lux-
wittiness that
Lux-
Jay is saying. You feel me?
Somebody had the analytics out for it.
Okay.
Lux did Mook's total numbers
Yeah.
like a week.
Okay.
So like number wise too, you can also see like people were like replaying that more. People were like just fell in love with it more.
Uh-huh.
So I think like there's definitely like a general consensus of people just enjoying that freestyle more because they're like, whoa, like I can go back to this and literally learn a new bar every time I hear it.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's fucking amazing.
We gonna have to do a whole separate joint on that joint. But
so
regardless, it's just two different forms of lyricism to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
that is fair though.
Both
I
dudes
could
are
agree.
super nice.
I could agree with that.
Word.
But I bar measuring rod for me. You feel me?
I hear you. I hear you. We could agree to disagree.
Oh man.
We can agree to disagree.
They might kill you in the comments. For that
Whatever.
one.
Bring it on, man. I'm with it. Bring it on, man. I'm like my man. What's my man with the hoodie? What's that show on Netflix? What's my man's name, man? The black dude on Netflix.
I don't know, bro.
Oh, come on, dog.
The black dude on Netflix. How many?
The superhero show. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, man, he's part of one of those Avengers joints or whatever.
Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage, yeah. Come shooting at me in the comments, man. I'm Johnny Cage, kid.
Oh,
I'm coming
man.
with it, man.
Oh man.
Go ahead, brother.
So overall, I guess I have Mook 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to add in his little street losses and wins, you can probably have him like 7-6, whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess for what we measure and try to analyze his career off of, that's what he has, and that's
Luke
what people.
Cage, my bad. Luke Cage, Johnny Cage.
I thought said Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we tripping up in here.
That's it. You see, you took it way too far.
I took it too far. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad.
It's all good, bro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's Mook's BattleRec for me,
That's
man.
Moose BattleRec, man. That's it. And now on August 18th, he's gonna be battling the one and only
This means a
Mr.
lot.
Dirty,
Yeah, this means
Aye
a lot.
Verb.
We talked about it already.
I mean, we talked about it, but we
Right.
still got some time, and we here. It's 10:30. We got 15 minutes left. Try to do.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But August 18th, though, man, he's battling Aye Verb at Club Drum, RBE. Shout out to ARP. Go get your tickets now at redbreedent.com. And you know we gonna be in the building, man, because there's no way we're gonna miss this. And you know we're gonna have the instant recap at Let's Talk Battle Rap.
Yeah, facts,
You know what I
man.
mean? So to close this out, Big France, man, take us home on this episode of BattleRec, man.
Before I just a couple more closing things. It's kind of
Go for it, brother.
I'm. It's just reflecting on it.
Uh-huh.
I see why Mook and Surf, like, people really want to have the match.
Mm-hmm.
Mook's first 4 battles, Young L, DNA, X Factor, Shine, they're all kind of similar to Mook's first 4 battles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Young L
Mhm.
and J Mills.
Mm-hmm.
They both had more experience than Surf and Mook at the time. But like the material is almost up to par, just not in a technical standpoint. Like Surf was so young, just like Mook was so young,
Right.
and battling a more experienced guy, so like you can see the kinks and the flaws.
Right. And they both took the losses
Uh,
early on.
The DNA and the Surf battle is kind of like the Mook and Lux, where like in a sense where Surf and Mook struggled to get crowd reaction, but felt their material was better,
Mm-hmm.
and they were being a better battle rapper on the technical side. Well, DNA kind of was able to cater more to the crowd and give us the punchlines and the machete clapping and all that good shit. You know what I'm saying?
The infamous machete
But
clap.
it hit. It all hit. You know what I'm saying? And Surf took a little hiatus at the moment. When he
Mhm.
comes back, just like Mook, he battles a vet, Party Artie,
That's
the
right.
X Factor, who's also from the same era.
Ah.
So those two guys are both vets and in their third match. And then when
Some
you
good analogies there, brother.
yeah, bro, that's why I
Good
see
analogies,
why
brother.
people kind of want the matchup.
Yeah.
The third, so Surf is battling X Factor, and that's his breakout performance. We can't,
Mhm.
nobody can deny that. That's where you see him transform.
Yeah.
You see him reach a level.
That's
that,
when that's where he became a man.
yes,
That's where
You
he
feel
became
me?
a man.
and he closed the battle out strong, just like how Mook learned to close the battle out
Absolutely.
strong against Artie.
Absolutely.
Now Shine and Surf, Shine and Surf and Jones and Mook are
Mhm.
kind of just the opposite spectrums. Harlem versus Jersey, Harlem versus
Mhm.
Jersey. So it's interesting. But on this side, the more modern era, Jersey wins.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah, and clearly too.
But K-Shine's first round, ooh,
That's an all-time first rounder.
it's almost as if they switched dynamics, right?
Right.
Where the first time Harlem and Jersey battled, Jones was very personal to Mook, and Mook catered to the crowd.
Mhm.
One. Shine's first round was extremely personal to Surf's, but Surf catered to the crowd, rebutted, and did all the things that Jones did.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes back to what I was telling you, where I said Jones is a better technical battle rapper because the same exact thing happened, and Surf won.
Yeah. But Mook took that one first time now. But it's kind of crazy parallels, man. Eventually, these two are gonna have to see one another.
It has to happen.
Like it
man.
has to happen one way or the other.
So that is interesting about their resumes
That's
to me.
so crazy when you break it down like that.
Yeah, bro.
That's ill, man. Who do you think would win if they battled?
Listen, for a long time, I definitely thought Mook would win,
Uh-huh.
but I'll be honest, I did. Not saying Mook is ducking. Don't. That's not a hot take. But man, Mook battling Surf on his return in a big stage, that would have been hard.
That would have been difficult, man.
In his building,
That would have been difficult, brother. That would, especially if it was like in In New
But
York.
we also don't know if Surf can rock Houston. Yeah. He will though. He will.
Oh yeah. Listen, man. Every city is a new challenge.
Every city is a new
Every
challenge.
you know what Verb be saying, man. Man, these country people they don't care about what y'all saying, man. All these dreads and gold teeth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Will the dreads and gold teeth care about all that lyricism?
Listen, yeah. Also, at this moment in time, battling on the road matters much more.
Yeah.
So Mook would have had to. Let's say they would have battled at Nome. That would have to be in Texas, where Mook has never had a battle outside of New York
No, the Detroit.
in the modern era.
Okay, yeah, the modern era. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, man, maybe I'm biased, but I would love to see Mook and Surf somewhere in the tri-state area. That's just me. You know what I'm saying?
man,
I don't know. Maybe I'm just selfish, but if it's gonna happen, they gotta
give
bring
it to the other states. Let them
No,
enjoy
man,
it.
They gotta bring it home,
Let
man.
them enjoy it.
They gotta bring it home, man. This would mean so much, you know, from the rivalry of
Right.
Jersey and New York. You know what I'm saying? And just all the shit talking and just things just being so local and then just being in the mecca of everything. Like, I could just already picture that day, man. It's going to be like a nice, warm summer day all day long. You just be focused thinking about that battle, the energy in New York City. That shit'll be crazy, man. They got to bring that battle back home, man. They got to bring that battle back home. It's got to happen. It's got to. You think Surf would win clearly if they
Well,
battle?
the reason why I think it would have to happen there is because there's a point in time to compare, like Surf is the Murda Mook of
This era.
yeah.
But you think Surf would win clearly?
At this moment right now, if they had battled in Nome 8, I was gonna go with Surf. Just you gotta admit, Surf,
we
every time
haven't
Surf comes,
seen
listen,
Surf though.
every time Surf comes home,
Well,
it's one of his best performances ever.
uh-huh.
When he came back home, he battled X Factor, breakout.
Yeah.
When he came back home, he battled Big T in the small room, boom.
Yeah.
You feel me? We can keep going.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he has. Then again, you know, he was down a little slippery slope where his battles wasn't looking too crispy for a while, but he did bounce back with T-Top. I ain't gonna front. That was a fire battle.
Yeah, honestly, 2016. Did you see NWX versus Gun Titles live?
No.
God, man, that was one of the best performances I've ever seen live. Like,
crazy.
they rocked. Like, you can even feel it watching it.
That's crazy.
They won off one round.
Yo, but you know what's gonna be beautiful though?
Yeah.
So, June 23rd, Surf battles, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Houston, Nome 8. And then
Rock battles.
August 18th,
Oh.
Mook battles.
Mm.
So now, as fans, we get to really sit back
And
with
debate
our
these two?
popcorn and go, let's see who is the biggest shit talker and who can deliver on all the shit talking.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And if they both deliver how they're supposed to deliver, they now can say, hey, I know this wasn't the first battle upon my return. He did really well. I did really well.
Mhm.
Let's see what's popping. So even though Surf is not battling Mook, the pressure is still on him, and he can still make this battle happen. Like, it'll still be something that people want to see. Both guys still got to be fire. And I don't know what Mook is coming with. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, like you said, the Total Slaughter thing was a whole other world of its own. Like, that's a parallel universe, that whole battle right there. You know what I mean? So now he's coming back to a smaller stage, more intimate setting. We're going to get to see him spit exactly how he wants to spit.
Do you
know what I'm
wonder
saying?
sometimes?
So I'm looking forward to this.
Do you wonder sometimes if Murda Mook and Surf could have lived up to expectations and been like a Lux and Hollow, like that great? If it happened early on, that's really high standard. But I'm saying, like, if it happened at the time it's supposed to happen, or maybe it could still do that now. Because we all know with timing, it can really affect these battles.
Timing
too.
can really affect it. I think if both guys really show out, right? If both guys really show out within this next performance and then they bring it home, it'll be at a feverish pitch. Like, think about it. If Mook goes ham, right, and like totally like demolishes Aye Verb with like a fabulous performance, right? And then Surf comes out and makes Rum Nitty sound like a mumble rapper, right? And Surf just like diabolically breaks down Nitty. I mean, like syllable by syllable, and just like crushes Nitty. And then you got the old head Mook versus the young old head Sue Surf. And you know Surf loves to talk his shit, and Mook is a
Right.
grade A shit talker,
Right.
and they both could talk that shit. Put that money up. Where the bags at, Beasley? You see what we doing? Make it happen, Norbs. And they both get the battle world would be in flames, kid. Are you crazy? They got a lot to prove, man. Because I want to see this battle. And they both
Facts.
can't, if they both come half-assed or sloppily, like it brings down the value of that battle. And they know that that's a big bag battle. You know what I'm saying?
If they both do their jobs,
What?
man,
They putting the pressure on a certain league to make something happen, man. You know what I'm
But
saying?
then would that delay it even further from happening?
I say this, as long as they keep cooking, we always going to want to see it. Right? You know what I mean? As long as they keep cooking.
Yo, it's about time.
It's about that time, my brother.
No, not that time. It's
Oh,
about
my
the time
bad.
that battle happens. Like,
Well, hey,
I'm kind of tired of waiting at this point.
I'm tired of waiting too, man. So, like, come on, man. Let's make it happen. And
Right.
nothing would make it happen quicker than both of these guys having crazy ass
It's unfortunate
battles.
because I really want to see Mook on the volume as well. But then, like, I can't choose between, like, damn, don't want to see him on a volume
Oh, a big
or don't want to
stage.
see him on a big stage. Because then if he does the volume, we're still going to have the big stage argument, aren't we?
Of course we are. And we need to check everything off that list, right?
Right.
We have to check it off the list no matter what.
I think he needs to do both.
Well, I will say this. The RBE
I don't know if he'll do 3 battles, but the RBE.
The RBE card, I mean, how many? It's almost the equivalence to a small room volume. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Think about it, right?
It's going to be packed, though.
But club drama is an intimate setting, and we understand that.
No, it is,
we
but
understand that ARP
I-
wants it to be an
but
intimate setting, right?
When I was
So-
there for Lift Soul 4, man, I couldn't move. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, man.
No, I hear you, but
And that
ultimately,
was the most packed I've seen.
but ultimately, you
Right.
know, what 250 people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's still not 1,000, 1,200. So Mook still really gets a chance to really rock off. Like if you go to volume, there's probably 100 people there.
There could be an argument as well.
You know what I'm
'Cause
saying?
You think there's a valid argument that like maybe Mook would definitely love to take one battle before Surf?
I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? But no. Like he said, his price is his price. He was ready to take on whoever. Surf raised his price.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just.
So,
I'm,
you know what I
I'm
mean?
throwing devil's advocate.
No,
I'm throwing-
I hear you. But for the fans out there, it's like, hey,
Yeah, 15
if
minutes
a
of
man
fame.
says this is my price, and I'm not moving, it's not a sliding scale. This is just the price for everybody. So it's not like he's making it more difficult. You know what I'm saying? So no, not at all, man. Like, but he's gonna have to prove that value with this joint. You know what I'm saying? He was ready to take on, like he said, he signed the contract already. You know what I mean? So he's
Right.
not scared. He's not running. He's not ducking. But to keep the people's interest,
but it's about time. It's about that time. It's
I
about
tell you
time.
what,
Like-
stop
like,
taking time.
Look, man,
Make it happen, Captain.
there's a handful of moments where I'm just like, yo, come on, like I'm getting tired, like I'm starting to feel like you're duck, but I still don't feel that way, like fully.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like he took advantage as a strategist.
But he said
and
he's
kept
ready to
delaying
go. He signed the contract.
No. But he is a strategist. He has no problem letting it delay and stretch. He has zero problem with that.
Oh no. I mean,
So for me, I'm just kind of like, damn, I know what you're doing, but like that's it. Like I don't want to wait no more. Like just as far as like me as a competitive fan and somebody that I grew up on Mook. We all grew up on
I
Mook.
think we just want to see the battle.
just wanna
man.
see- we just wanna
wanna
see a battle.
We just want to see.
It's-
We just want to see
Ain't
him
nothing
battle.
wrong with that. That's all it is. We all just want to see
We
it
want to
already.
see the surf battle. Or we're tired of waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're tired of waiting, man. Make it happen one way or the other, man.
Facts.
Word up, man. But my brother, man, I think it's about that time,
Yeah,
man.
I think it is just about that time, man. So hopefully, man, let's see where Mook ends up at the end of this year.
Yo, I can't wait, man. We're gonna be in the building to see the return of Murda Mook. And man, we're so excited, man. So, yo, we hope that you guys enjoyed this episode of BattleRec, the Murda Mook edition.
Battle Rap number 2.
Yeah, man, number 2. The first ones were Hitman Holla. So go back and check out that episode and tweet your favorite battle rappers. Anytime we do this, let them know. Go check this out. Spread this out to your friends, man. Subscribe to us on iTunes.
Give us suggestions. We have no problem.
Yeah,
taking some.
man. Spotify, Audio Boom, we're up on there. SoundCloud, we're up on there. YouTube, we're coming up on there. So support your boys, man. We're here for the movement. We're here to put battle rap in the forefront. So check us out, man, on Twitter. We Talk Battle Rap at Program V.
Take us
Email
home, man.
us
Yep.
at let's talk battle rap at gmail.com. And until next time, everybody, Peace.